Alright, so this is part 2, where I talk about state finals. So, we made it past prelims, and prelims what actually qualifies you for state. And I've actually got a poster hung up over here, and there's one over there that I will show you in a minute. But we made it past prelims, and we made it state, where we were facing some really good groups. Like, one of the groups beat us by like 3 points earlier on in the season, and they're a really good group. And then there was one of the groups was really arrogant and saying that they were going to get a three-peat because they had won the last 2 years. But we showed them, and we got first in state, which we never thought we could do. Well, we thought we could, but it was just a thought at the beginning of the season. We put our blood, sweat, and tears in, and we made it. We made it. We are first in state, and that is, for my school, that is a first. We don't have a state championship win in the history of SV until now. And it was because of the marching band. And now everyone sees us and thinks we're an awesome group. So kind of some of the stuff that happened at state was, it was really windy that day. We had a really big wind gust come and hit us in the middle of our performance. And we had this awesome, beautiful, it was a fabric piece that they had poles, and it would lift up and go over the marchers' heads. And at that time, that's where I got to change my sash, and I just pull it off, or no, I did it with sand, hold the instrument and pull it off. And basically there was a really big wind gust that hit us in the middle of Titanium, and that's because that's where the thing pulls over, and my hat had come up, and I was gonna fix it, but our tarp ripped right down the middle, because there was a gold piece and then a red piece, and they were sewn at a seam. It ripped right down the seam. But because of our great percussion person, our percussion staff member, who also he drilled us on basics so many times in the mornings, with band camp and stuff. He's amazing. He's the assistant he helped put everything together with Step. Step is our director. He's an assistant to her. He's done amazing things, and he drilled us in basics and quick recoveries. So I want to thank him personally. Without him, we wouldn't have had these quick recoveries, and we had a really quick recovery from that. We had a quick recovery, so we got good points for that. And then after that, we went through Invincible, and there was a little more wind, but I did end up getting my hat pushed down because we did some choreography like this. So I just pushed my hat down, and I ended up accidentally going down early after our choreography, because we do have a part where we jump, and then up, and instead of going up like this, I accidentally, I went down too early, because you put your fist up and your legs, you put them in second position, and we hold that for 2 counts, then go down. I went down early, but it was okay, because then I ended up getting up on time and still counting for the bass clarinet player, because she was hooking up and she couldn't see the drum major, and we were speeding up at that point. There was a cello rondo, so I was able to quickly recover from that. And then at the end of our show, where the drum cart comes up and does a spin, the tarp, there was a gust of wind, and the red piece of tarp that was on the fabric that was still on the field moved, just in time for them to get up and do their spin. And it was amazing. And then afterwards, after our performance, we went and got food, and then we were up in the stands, and we were listening to them announce, and we were just standing there. And then after they announced that one of the groups had gotten 5th, I'm like, there's no way we place. There's no way. because they were a really good group and they had beaten us earlier on in the year. But, and then they kept going. I'm like, okay, so maybe we could have placed, like, maybe. But, like, there was so much that went wrong that, like, there's no way we're going to place. But, and then after they announced second, I'm like, there's no way we placed. There's no way. And then I heard that they announced us for first place, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I ran down and hugged a crying Step, and Jeff came down. Well, he's the person who drilled us on quick recoveries. And then we all ended up just hugging Step. We were all just group hug, and it was great. And then we went on the field and we got pictures. And basically it was awesome. And then, like, 2 weeks later, we got to go to Lucas Oil Stadium, and we got to do a performance, an opening performance for the open class finals, which the way theirs works is they have prelims to see who makes it, and then they have a semi-state and then a state. So we got to do open for their state. So we got to see some awesome groups, and it was just amazing to be able to be there and perform. Like, it was amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Like, that was an amazing thing that we never thought we'd be able to do. And, like, a small school like us, we made a name for ourselves, which was one of the senior trombone members, that was his goal for this year, was to make our name for our school, and we definitely did that. And I'm looking forward to a great season next year. And, like, now that we know what we are capable of achieving, we can, like, we feel amazing, and, like, we could do anything. But we're gonna go into next season like we didn't do anything this season. We're gonna go into next season like we just lost everything, and we're gonna put forth the effort to hopefully bring home another state championship. Hopefully. And I'm just really excited, and I'm gonna show you those posters. So there's my shirt. There's this one, which is SV, Marching Band Deviation Rock the Field, because that was always our saying for the beginning of, like, that was always our saying before we would go on. Like, that day we would ask, someone would scream, what day is it? And we'd scream, Marching Band Day, and then, what are we gonna do? Rock the field. And then there's this one, which I'm gonna go ahead and do that. There's, it says SV Pride, and then go SV, and then win again, because they're really hoping we win again next year. And I covered the name of the school, of the other school, just because, like, I don't want to get any beef. But yeah, I've got those 2 posters, and it's great. And then another thing, though, that we had for this year, another saying we had was #Believe, and it's, 10/20, because that was the day of our state, was 10/20, and we believed in ourselves. So we had #Believe, that was another one of our sayings, and I think this just goes to show that if you believe and you put forth your effort, you can do anything. Because a small town school like us, we went and won a state championship against all these great schools. And yeah, I think that just proves what I said, that you can do anything as long as you put in your effort and you believe. And you've got a great group of friends to support you, because we're all a great group of friends and we support each other. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.